Uncover the hidden world of political campaigns in just 5 minutes. Join me, your host, David Washington, on Countertop Politics every Monday for exclusive campaign insights, tantalizing innuendo, and the secret sauce behind successful political campaigns. Don't miss out. Let's go.
All right, everyone. It's your favorite political innovator here, David Washington, back with you with another episode of my personal professional journal about political advising, campaign strategies. You know the deal. Every Monday or whatever day you watch this, 5 minutes or thereof of political insight, campaign innuendo, and the secret sauce to winning campaigns. So today, I'm going to talk about something that I don't talk about too often in on this particular platform. However, I do talk about it a lot, and it is the political hobnob. Oh my God, it's upon us, and everyone has their hand out. Not everyone, but I think you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who are not aware of the political hobnob, or hobnob, in short, is a mini convention where political candidates come together for the public to let the public know they're running for office. This is where they stand and what they will do if they were elected to office. That's pretty much the thought. However, in execution, it's not really a reality. And I'm going to be very truthful and honest and kind of put this in writing right here on Countertop Politics. The vast majority of these events are a money grab, period. They're a money grab because political hobnobs, for the most part, are not marketed, advertised to the public to attend. They're mostly planned as part of a series of events that each chamber or civic organization creates, but never markets effectively to the public to attend. Why would you attend as a voter, unless you're one of those diehard voters, very active in your political community? But for the average voter, take a day or evening, a couple of hours out of the day or the evening to scurry down to this location or that location to look at candidates, ask some questions, and go home. The straw poll during the hobnob is not going to entice voters to come and participate. And usually the straw polls are, of course, not usually, they're inaccurate, period. And they're usually dominated by the political players who come in and support one candidate or another with, their political bias and typical biases. So the hobnob, unfortunately, fails, and we have a series of hobnobs of these so-called mini conventions that occur here in Central Florida that does not achieve the goal that it sets out to achieve, and that is to bring candidates that much closer to the voting public. Now, many campaigns and candidates believe that they have to go to this political hobnob and that political hobnob because a lot of times it's the fear of missing out, FOMO, oh my God, my candidate's going to be there. Or the hobnob personnel is saying, you got to be here because, such and such is going to be there. And you don't want them to monopolize, all the attention. The attention of who? Of what? The same people are going to be at each and every one. Now, there are exceptions. Here in Central Florida, right now, there's just one exception, the one I call the granddaddy of them all. And then there was another one that was really effective. However, it's a shell of what it used to be. And it typically occurs during the convention outside of the primary season. So you really miss, a lot of the fervor of that primary season. And therefore that particular hobnob is just not effective anymore. However, what the hobnobs are meant to be, again, is to bring the public closer to the candidate and to pay $200, $250, $300, $500 for a table to stand opposite of your opponent for 2-3 hours out of the day or night. It's not cost effective. My preference is that my candidates knocking on doors, talking to donors, creating content for their social media, things like that are proven voter-facing activities. And candidates like this, you'll get pressured. Buy a ticket, $20, $25. Walk around in your campaign T-shirt with a campaign button, your badge, hand out literature, say hello to people. The few public voters who are there, but the most effective hobnobs, and I'll have to tip my hat to our current operations director, Kellen Clark. Over the last year or two, he's been working very diligently in creating United Here. Wait, is it United Here? No, forgive me. No. Erase that. United Voice. United Voice. It is a political entity based around creating a political mini convention, the United Voice Hobnob, that is public forward. It is an event that will occupy a good portion of the day and evening, that has activities, primary focus on bringing the public closer to political candidates in the political scene. And this is going to happen year round. The marketing to the public, the information campaign to let them know that their civic engagement is important. And this is where most of the hobnob creators today, most of the hobnob mini conventions fail to do. They fail to create civic engagement. So again, think about it. There's one that I recommend. You have to be very judicious, very strategic in deciding which hobnobs to go to and how it will benefit your voters and your campaign in the end. I'm David Washington. I hope you enjoy this content. This is probably one of the controversial points that I make, but not that much in the larger scheme of things. Save your money, candidates. Apply it to direct contact with your voters and engage them, encourage them to get involved, engage civil engagement. How else can I say it? If you believe this is helpful or this is content that you'd like to share with your family members, your friends, those influencers in the wild, political candidates, electeds, particularly the political candidates, politicos, campaign staffers, political advisors, please share this with them and let them know that this content is made for them. I love what I do. This is my personal, professional journal on campaigning and campaign advising and management and political advising. So please share, like, hit the notification button, all that good stuff. We'll see you the next time. I'm David Washington. This is Countertop Politics. God bless. We'll see you next.